Okay, in this video we're gonna make it so the missile speed increases each round. Also, there's a bug from the last few videos that we gotta fix here too. So let's go back into our code. Main thing right now is, where is it? So here, when we trigger the end of round and we set end is round over to true, we don't actually set it back to false, so it never finishes past the first round. So at the end here, we got to do is round equals to false. So now we can do more than one round, and that should work fine. So what we're going to do for increasing missile speed, I think what I'm going to do is on the enemy missile script itself, we already used game controller a few times here, so instead of doing it like searching for it each time, I'm just going to make it so we cache a reference to it. So I'm going to do private game controller, my game controller. Okay, and then start, we're going to do my game controller equals game object dot find object of type game controller. Okay, so we have that. So everywhere that we were searching before, we can just change this to my game controller. Oops. Okay, and that part will all be the same. Let's just test, make sure it's still working. Okay, so yeah, they're still working. Let's go back in here, and what we're going to do is, so speed starts at 5, but on the game controller, we're going to make a speed on here. So I'm going to do public float enemy missile speed, and we'll start it at 5 just like we have it there. And you know what, actually while we're here, we're going to do, this one can be private, we'll do, you know what, we'll serialize this. Do serialized private float, we'll do enemy missile speed multiplier. And we'll set this to, I don't know, this will probably be too much, but we'll try that. So at the end of each round, if we go down to our end of round script, and here where we update the new settings, we'll do enemy missile speed, and we'll do times equal enemy missile speed multiplier. So that'll increase the speed each time. And then what we'll do is in enemy missile, on start, we're going to do speed equals my game controller dot enemy missile speed. And this should increase the speed. You know what? Let's just make this a really high number to start with, just so it's easy to test. So let's try, we'll get to the second round and we should notice a big difference. Oh, okay, so it already started. It shouldn't actually call until the end of round though. That's not making a lot of sense. Let's do a quick debug to see what the actual speed is here. Okay, so it's only 5. That seems odd, but let's we'll have to do it in here since we serialized it, but let's make, let's try it as 1. Okay, so that's better, and this will be all play testing and tweaking as we play. So let's see what happens. We still don't have a lose condition though. So if we see, so now our missile destroyer, we will have to fix this later. So if it gets hit, all of a sudden we can't shoot missiles anymore. Whereas later, that's just going to subtract how many missiles we have. So at least this is starting to reveal some stuff we have to work on next. But let's see, we should notice a significant speed increase after this. Yeah, that's definitely faster. So, okay, so that seems to work. And you know what? Next video, we'll work on making that so if the missile launcher gets destroyed, or well, if it gets hit, it won't get destroyed.